Part 1. The classroom buzzed with whispers as the new girl, Maya, quietly slipped into her seat. Her long, silky black hair shimmered in the sunlight pouring through the windows. She was shy, polite, and had only been at the school for 3 days. But that was enough for Brielle and her group to decide they didn't like her. Too quiet, too pretty, too different. During history class, while the teacher wrote on the board, Brielle passed a note. "Let's fix the princess's hair." The girls snickered. Maya, focused on her notes, didn't notice Brielle slipping behind her with a pair of scissors she'd stolen from the art room. Snip. A long strand of Maya's hair fluttered to the floor. Maya froze. Then another snip, this time louder. Students gasped. When Maya turned around in shock, a chunk of her hair was missing, and Brielle stood there smirking, holding the scissors like a trophy. The teacher spun around. Too late. "What's going on here?" But before Maya could speak, her eyes filled with tears, and she ran out of the room. Everyone thought that was the end of it. They were wrong. Part 2. The next morning, the principal entered the class with a tight expression. Behind him stood Maya, her hair now in a bold, short bob, and a woman in a sleek business suit. "This is Ms. Khan," the principal announced. "She's Maya's aunt, and she also happens to be a lead anchor at GNN News." The class murmured. Ms. Khan stepped forward, her voice calm but commanding. "My niece was humiliated here. Not just by students, but by the silence of others who watched and did nothing. I've already spoken with the superintendent. There will be consequences." Cameras from the local news crew suddenly appeared at the door. Brielle's face went pale. Later that evening, the story aired on national television. Teen girl bullied in class, stands tall thanks to family and courage. Maya spoke bravely on camera about bullying, while footage showed Brielle being escorted to the principal's office. The next day, the classroom was silent as Maya walked in. But something had changed. Her head was high, her stride confident. One by one, students approached her, not with pity, but respect. A few even apologized. The teacher placed a "Zero Tolerance for Bullying" poster on the board, and Maya's photo was now featured on the school's website under Voices of Courage. The bullies tried to disappear into the background. But Maya, she became the voice others had needed all along. The next morning, the atmosphere in the classroom was tense. Whispers died down the moment the door creaked open. The principal stepped in first, his expression unreadable. Behind him was Maya, but she looked different, bolder, stronger. Her long hair was gone, replaced by a sharp, confident bob that framed her face with striking clarity. Her shoulders were square, her back straight, and there was not a trace of fear in her eyes. Right beside her was a woman in her early 30s, dressed in a tailored navy blue blazer and heels that clicked with authority on the tiled floor. She carried a small folder, her gaze cool and focused. "This," the principal began, "is Ms. Khan. She is Maya's aunt, and a senior anchor at GNN News." Gasps rippled through the class. Ms. Khan stepped forward, her voice calm but with a tone that could freeze a storm. "Good morning. I'm not here as a reporter today. I'm here as an aunt. And I'm here because something happened in this room yesterday that should never happen in any school, anywhere." No one moved. Brielle, sitting with her legs crossed and arms folded, tried to act unbothered, but her fingers fidgeted in her lap. "My niece was targeted, humiliated, and physically assaulted while others laughed or stayed silent," Ms. Khan continued. "So I did what I would do if this happened to any child. I made sure the truth was heard." Right on cue, the classroom door opened again. 2 men with video cameras and a woman holding a microphone stepped in. One camera bore the GNN logo. Brielle's face went from pale to crimson. She sank slightly into her chair. "I've already spoken with the superintendent," Ms. Khan added. "The school board has been informed. We will not let bullying be a side story. It will be the headline until something changes." One of the reporters asked Maya gently, "Do you want to say something?" Maya looked around the room. Every face was on her. For the first time, she didn't shrink away. "I was scared," she said. "I didn't know anyone here. But cutting someone's hair without permission isn't a prank. It's not funny. It's violence. And staying silent when someone gets hurt is how bullies win." A few students lowered their eyes. A couple shifted uncomfortably. "But I'm not going to hide," she said. "Not anymore." The footage went viral that evening. Social media exploded with support. Hashtags like #StandWithMaya and #HairDoesn'tDefine Me began trending. Celebrities reposted the video. Students from other schools sent messages of encouragement. Maya's story was on every major news channel that night. The very next day, the school issued an official statement. Brielle and the other 2 girls were suspended for 2 weeks and barred from extracurricular activities indefinitely. A school-wide assembly was scheduled on bullying awareness. Teachers received training, and most importantly, a student-led peer support council was announced. Maya was asked to be a founding member. That morning, when Maya entered her classroom again, she no longer looked out of place. Something had shifted in the energy around her. She wasn't the new girl anymore. She was the girl. The one who stood up. The one who made a difference. First, a quiet girl named Sophia approached her at her locker and whispered, "Thank you, I've been bullied too. I just never had the courage to say anything." Then a boy from another grade left a note on her desk, "You're amazing. You made our school better." Even Brielle's former followers now kept their distance from her. A few had even publicly unfollowed her on social media and reshared Maya's interview in support. In homeroom, the teacher unrolled a brand new poster on the wall, "Zero tolerance for bullying. Be the voice, not the silence." Underneath was a powerful photo of Maya from the interview, her cropped hair styled perfectly, her chin raised with quiet pride. The teacher cleared his throat, then said, "Maya, I'd like to personally apologize. I should have acted quicker yesterday. But thank you, for being brave when I wasn't. And for helping this school learn a lesson we should have known long ago." Maya gave him a small smile. She wasn't angry anymore. She understood now that silence could be louder than cruelty, and she had broken that silence. At lunch, students she had never spoken to invited her to sit with them. She was asked to speak at the next student council meeting. Even the art teacher offered her a chance to help create a mural about courage and kindness. That afternoon, as Maya walked home with her aunt, she asked, "Did you plan all that?" Ms. Khan smiled. "No, sweetheart, you did. I just gave you the microphone." Maya looked ahead, her heart lighter than it had been in weeks. She didn't feel like a victim anymore. She felt like a leader.